Hey everybody, welcome back to the Flex Perpetuals YouTube channel, the #1 perpetuals exchange on the base chain. So at Flex, we've just launched a brand new feature on the platform, allowing users to compound their USDC rewards. So I'll just pop over to the earn page here. You can see on the UI, you can either claim the USDC to your wallet, you can compound it to stFDXLP, or you can compound it into FLP. So we've also built a spreadsheet calculator or tool that's going to help demonstrate how you can use this feature to maximize your real yield and long-term growth using a compound strategy. Whether you're staking in FLP or stFDXLP or a combination of the two, this tool will help you see the power of compounding those rewards, restaking them over time, and how Flex's incentive flywheels can seriously boost your earning potential over the long term. So if you're looking to grow your portfolio with sustainable DeFi native yield, this one's definitely for you. And as always, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any Flex Alpha. Let's jump right in. So, as I mentioned in the intro, we've just launched this feature allowing users to compound directly into stFDXLP or FLP. And in the background, we've also been working on a calculator that's going to help you play around with different combinations of strategies to see how you can maximize your time in the protocol and maximize the yield that you're earning over the long run. What I would say is this is just a beta version. It's a spreadsheet calculator at the moment. We are going to be building a version or a variation of this into the UI itself. That's going to take a little bit of time to do. So was keen to give you this spreadsheet so you can start to have a play around with these different strategies and come up with an approach that meets your own requirements moving forward. So the first thing that you'll need to do is when you open the link for the spreadsheet, you're going to need to go to File and make a copy and call this what you like. That will then save a copy to your own Google Drive so that you can then come in and edit the spreadsheet itself. You won't be able to change the numbers here on the main spreadsheet, so don't request access because this is the master copy. So what you've got here, you've got the Flex Maxi dashboard. Okay, so this is designed to be the main dashboard and allows you to play around with a combination of FLP and stFDXLP. You've then got an FLP Maxi, so this is just exclusively for FLP, or there's one for stFDXLP. So I actually built these two to begin with and just recently finished the combo one, but I thought I would leave those first two in there for anyone that's interested in having a look at them. And then you've got the data tabs, which really just is all the calculations that's happening behind the scenes. You don't even need to look at this. Everything that you need to do is on the dashboards themselves. So before we go into how to use the calculator, just quickly remind ourselves on the different flywheels that are available inside of Flex. So we're focusing in here on FLP and stFDXLP. Those are our two main staking pools that you can actually actively buy into. And so for FLP staking, when you stake your FLP, you're going to earn USDC. This is your share of the platform fees. You're also going to earn ESFDX, which is part of our emission schedule that's baked into our tokenomics. And then the ESFDX is by default, that's compounded and goes into this ESFDX staking pool, which then earns more USDC, more ESFDX, and also flex points. And then the flex points and the ESFDX from that are automatically compounded back into the ESFDX staking. And up until this most recent update or upgrade to the UI, you had to then take this USDC and actually go and buy FLP or stFDXLP if you wanted to compound your earnings. You can now do that directly with one click of a button. So the goal here for this flywheel is to use the USDC and compound into more FLP and build yourself this flywheel. The stFDXLP, very similar. You're earning USDC, you're earning ESFDX, and you're earning Flex points, and then those go into the ESFDX staking, and then USDC here again. You can choose to compound this. Now you can either choose to compound this back into stFDXLP, or you can go into FLP staking, and the same can be done from FLP staking. That can go into FLP, or it can go into stFDXLP. So these are the two flywheels, and what the strategy calculator here allows you to do is to play around with different combinations. So let's dig into the sheet itself, and I'll go through what you need to do to use this. So essentially, everything that's one of these lighter purple cells is where you need to input data. So your amount of stFDXLP deposit in dollar terms. If you've already got some ESFDX that you've earned, you can put the amount of ESFDX in this column, in this cell here. And also, if you've got an FLP deposit, the dollar amount of that. Okay, so those are those three main inputs, the start date, and then you've got some information here that you need to put in from the platform itself. So we need to know what the APRs are, and we need to know what the price of the different tokens in the ecosystem are currently. And so just to be totally clear, that this is designed to be a tool to use to help you design your approach, and it's not intended to be an accurate predictor of future value. Obviously, APRs change over time depending on the amount of trading volume on the platform, and the amount of TVL at the staked in the various different pools, and obviously the prices of the tokens are going to be fluctuating as well. And so whilst this might not give you an accurate dollar number at the end of the day, what it will do is allow you to understand how you want to play the flywheel, and whether you want to emphasize FLP or if you want to emphasize stFDXLP as an example. So to get the details for here, so let's start with stFDXLP details. You need to go onto the earn page, and in stFDXLP, if you just hover over, you'll get the USDC and ESFDX APRs, and you can pop them in here. And then the price for stFDXLP, this is something that you can't get directly off our dashboard, so you need to pop over to Aerodrome, and you can just click on the link that's in the spreadsheet here. This will take you to the FDX ETH pool, and the figure that we need to know is the total TVL. So 890,179. So if I put that figure over here, 890,179, that's going to tell me what the LP token price is. So 124.16. Then if we go down to ESFDX, again, you'll get that from the earn page, and the FLP information as well is also available from the earn page. For the FLP price, you can get that from the FLP page here on Flex Perpetuals. So it's this figure here, so it's 0.82 at the moment. So we'll just change that there, 0.82. And then the FDX price is available here, so it's $2.41. And that's the inputs ready, okay? What you can decide is, do you want to show your results based on the price staying the same for a period of a year, or do you feel the price is going to go up, or is the price going to go down over the course of a year? So if I just keep everything So we imagine everything just stays exactly the same for 1 year, and we can see how that looks as a starting point. The next thing you need to do is choose what is your strategy going to be. Okay, are you going to, the USDC that you're earning, are you going to take that and compound it to FLP? Are you going to take it and compound it to stFDXLP? Or are you just going to claim the USDC to your wallet? Or are you going to do a combination of all of these three things? So let's say I am going to go full maxi and I want to compound half my USDC into FLP and the other half into stFDXLP. And this just checks that the three of these add up to 100%. If this is red, then you're going to need to readjust this. And then over here, you've got the strategy results. Okay, so this is going to show you what your net worth is at the end of 1 year based on these APRs and these pricing details here. So you started here with a deposit of $15,000, $10,000 in FLP, $5,000 in stFDXLP, and at the end of a year, that $15,000 is now worth $42,427. So that's a growth of 27,000 or 182.8%. And the way that that's broken up is your stFDX is worth 8,000, FLP is worth 13,100, and you've accumulated $21,000 worth of ESFDX. And remember, the ESFDX, you can't immediately sell that. If you wanted to claim that out, you would need to vest it over a period of a year, but it is earning for you at the moment. You also see how your USDC earning grows. So this is what it's going to be after 1 year, and that's the growth. So basically 2839 minus 1773 would be what your USDC earning is at the very beginning based on 15,000. So you can see how much that grows. And then if you scroll down, there's just a couple of charts here that show you the performance of the different pools. So you've got ESFDX is the black line, stFDXLP is the blue, and then FLP is the grey. And then this chart shows your daily USDC that you're earning growing over time. So have a play around here. You know, do you want to, maybe you want to just compound everything into FLP? How does that look? How does that play out over the course of a year? Maybe you want to compound 25% into each of these and then claim 50% into your wallet as USDC. This will show you the result of that and also how much USDC you'll have banked over the course of a year, etc., etc. So lots that you can have a play around with. You can also play around here by increasing the price. So, you know, after a year, FDX, if you think FDX price might be $5 after a year, you can see how that impacts. And just for your information, it's just a linear growth over the period of 365 days. So it's not a realistic projection showing the dips and the rallies, but it's a linear growth between $2.41 and $5 over the course of a year. So that's the calculator essentially in a nutshell. You can do the same just focusing purely on FLP. And one of the features that we've got here is you can compare what that would be like to, you know, if you were to compound 100% back into FLP, how that compares to someone that just claims all their USDC. That's what these charts are telling you at the bottom here, and the same for stFDXLP. But you can achieve the same thing here by just simply going 0, 0, and 100%, and you can compare the numbers that are in the table here to whatever your designated strategy might be. So any questions on this, or if you notice any errors, as I say, this is a beta version. We are going to be building a proper version into the UI. It might not be quite as flexible as what we've got here in the spreadsheet, but we'll release all the details when that is ready. In the meantime, if you do have questions or suggestions, please come into the Telegram channel and tag me at crypto_stew22, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Hope this was helpful and enjoy having a play. See you soon.